5 ways to improve your emotional intelligence. Let's get into it. Number 1, self-awareness. Now, reflecting on your own emotions and identifying the triggers for those emotions with journaling and mindfulness is going to streamline your growth and your emotional growth. So what I suggest is take an hour out of each day. Usually, so like throughout the week, change the hour you choose. So whether you pick the morning, lunchtime, or maybe an hour in the afternoon, just pick a different hour each day. And each hour, I want you to, anytime you feel something you've never felt before, or maybe you felt something that you don't quite understand, I want you to write the first word that comes to mind when you're feeling that. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write it down in your notes app, whatever. Just write it down so that at the end of the week, you can go back and have like a weekly review. You'll go back, okay, I see. I wrote down anger here, right? So what was happening when I was feeling anger, right? Was that actually anger? Like, ask yourself these questions so that you can identify, okay, maybe I wasn't even feeling anger. Maybe I was feeling like frustration. Maybe I was stressed. It was anxiety. You know what I mean? So like being able to identify that maybe it wasn't that feeling at that time that you wrote down is growth, because it's showing that you're understanding that, okay, it wasn't anger that I was feeling frustration. That is growth. So those weekly reviews help you to basically put your feelings and how you reacted to those feelings in perspective, or like on a bigger scale, helping you to see the bigger picture and how you can improve in certain areas. Because if you felt anger one day and you reacted in a negative manner, in your weekly review, you'll remember, okay, I reacted this way. How can I improve it for the next time? How can I be better? And that's what we want to see. That's growth. Number 2, empathy. Actively listening and validating others' feelings to foster deeper connections with the person. So 80% of a conversation, 80% of an effective conversation with somebody you're trying to get to know is listening. Just listening. So when you listen to a person, you can find out a whole lot of information about them. You can find out where they're from. You can find out how they think. And they might not even tell you all that, but like just based off of, certain slang, certain, their accent, their language, you could tell that about a person. And then you could find out how they think by asking or listening to their responses about, deeper questions or deeper subjects or more controversial subjects. You see what I'm saying? But it's just all listening and taking in what they're saying and what their perspective is on that, specific situation. It shows you how they think. And then how you show empathy after that is you validate their opinion. You validate their feelings. Because when you validate their feelings, it allows them to feel in themselves that, okay, this person, I feel comfortable talking to them because they're not going to just shut the door on me and invalidate my feelings. Because that's what you do. That's when you invalidate somebody's feelings, it's like you shut the door on them. They don't feel comfortable opening up to you. You can disagree with their opinion. That's totally fine. But just remember that their opinion is their opinion. Their opinion is always going to be their opinion. And how they feel is always going to be how they feel. So if you invalidate that, what does that say about you? Think about it. And then by doing those and then, listening and validating other people's feelings, you foster deeper connections. Like I'm not even just talking about relationships. I'm talking about friendships. Friendships, business partners, friendships between your boss, you know what I mean? Like that relationship, that dynamic that you have between your boss and other people in the workplace. Like this really can apply everywhere. It really can. So let's think about it. 3, effectively communicating. So expressing your thoughts clearly and respectfully. So once you're able to express your thoughts clearly and express your emotions clearly, that's already half of the battle when it comes to emotional intelligence. Once you're able to understand and express it, you're already in a higher percentile than most people. But doing it in a respectful manner, especially when it comes to like a disagreement, and you might not agree with the other person, or the other person, you know what I mean? Like it's a disagreement, and sometimes as humans, we can get riled up, especially if it's something that we're really passionate about. But being able to do it in a clear, respectful manner will show something. It always will show somebody. Like how you handle conflict. I'm gonna get into that in the next one, but like being able to do it in a respectful manner goes so far. Trust. No. 4, social awareness. Being able to understand people through nonverbal cues, and through those cues being able to understand people better. So for example, people, when they get nervous, they'll fidget, or they'll squirm, or they won't be able to hold eye contact with some people. So that, through those actions, they told you that they're a little bit nervous, you know what I mean? And the fact that you're able to understand that they're nervous through those nonverbal cues shows a sign of emotional intelligence. Number 5, conflict resolution. Approaching disagreements collaboratively and seeking common ground respectfully. So being able to have a difference of opinion, be on the other side of a person, and like be able to step into their shoes and understand what their opinion is, where they're coming from, why they're saying that, helps you to collaborate and come to some common ground on whatever conflict that they're going through. Now, when you do the opposite, you know what I mean, you don't try to put yourself in their shoes, and especially if you're not respectful about it, it ends up in an argument. And an argument just leads to more problems. Nothing good comes from an argument at all. I mean, so if you talk with them, hear them out. Don't cut them off. Hear them out. Let them explain their side so that you can understand their side better. And then you can explain your side. And hopefully they give you the same respect. So that you both can see each other's sides from the other's point of view, so that you can both come to a conclusion that's, hopefully good for both of y'all. And the bonus one, number 6, continuous learning. So seeking feedback and learning from others' perspectives can help you to, like I said, see other people's perspectives and grow in general. Continuous learning, no matter what, in any aspect, is going to help you grow. Whether it's, at school, your business, at work, your friendships, and your relationships. Like, continuous learning will always help you grow. I mean, be open to other people's perspectives. Step into their shoes. Just take a different look at, maybe you had an idea to view it this way, but somebody had, a totally different idea to view it. The same thing a different way. Try out their perspective. See where they're coming from. And you're learning throughout that process. And you'll never go wrong if you stay learning. Like, for example, if you're in a function or in a party, whatever, and you're chilling with your friends where you're comfortable with, you're less likely to grow in places that you're comfortable. That's why you want to be uncomfortable to learn. So basically, like the saying goes, if you're the smartest man in the room, leave the room. It's the same thing here. If you're comfortable in a certain group, especially if you're at a party or something, if you want to grow and improve on your skills in communication and emotional intelligence, go find some new people that you don't know at the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to them. See what makes them them. You know, even if it's a short conversation, talk to them. You know, introduce yourself. And over time, and you know, like trial and error, whatever, you're gonna get better. You're gonna get better for sure. But yeah, that was 6 ways to improve your emotional intelligence. Thank you for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.